actually live. Okay, looks good. Looks good. Sound check. Really live. Okay, looks good. Looks good. All right, let's hear the game sound. Sound check. Really live. Perfect. All right, guys, welcome to XCOM 2 Iron Man Let's Play on Commander. This is episode 1. I'm just live streaming as I record this series so that people can tune in if they feel like it. I will note that we're playing with a number of mods, and I'm going to be I want to check out mods as often as possible. One of the things about Steam Workshop is you cannot load a save game unless you have enabled all of the mods you started that save game with. So once you're well into a playthrough, it is not time to try out a new mod unless you're going to restart your game. With that in mind, I'm pretty picky about what I choose. So I look at popularity, and then I look at things that I really like. So of course, all of the Long War Studio mods are installed: the SMG pack, the Leader pack, and the Muton Centurion Alien pack. So those are all quite fun, I think. I've never actually used any of them, but they're there, and I'm glad to have them, and I very much trust Long War Studios. I've also been playing with Free Camera Rotation by Wasteland Ghost. This is a decent mod. It doesn't change much, but it lets you rotate the camera at degrees less than 45, simply by holding Q or E to rotate. Just hold down the button instead of tapping it, and after a split second, it will begin to rotate. We're also playing with True Concealment. This one I think is really exciting, but potentially it could make some missions rather difficult. True Concealment, timers don't tick down while you are concealed, but it reduces most timers by 2. This kind of imitates the fact that the aliens probably don't know you're there, but it does mean you have to get quite a bit out of your concealment, considering that I usually spend... This seems like a good gameplay adjustment specifically for my playstyle, but I do think it's kind of an awesome mod idea, and I kind of love it. It could definitely bite you in the ass if you get revealed instantaneously, which is definitely possible. Then you're probably totally out of luck. So, puts a big emphasis on remaining concealed on the missions in which you are concealed. We'll see if it affects timers. There's a couple places I think where if the adjustment is too broad, you're totally screwed. So we'll see if it's still playable. I'm using the Classmod by Stiltman. It wasn't the first mods out there. It says all classes can use the standard assault rifle. This means that snipers can use the assault rifle. Rangers already could use the assault rifle or the shotgun. And the Grenadiers can use the assault rifle now. I think that's just a basic adjustment. It's primarily useful because you can upgrade the standard assault rifle before you can upgrade the specialist weapons that those classes use, and the extra damage even from magnetic weapons is really, really important. So it'd be worth... I wonder if the assault rifle works with squad sight. Presumably the assault rifle actually would still work with squad sight, which is a bit... I don't know. That might be too good. That's a bit of a buff to XCOM, but and a little unrealistic-ish. But of course, that is your perk. That's all you've got. So And squad sight may not work. We'll have to see if squad sight works with assault rifles. But anyway, because you can upgrade assault rifles quite a while before you can upgrade the cannon or the sniper rifles, this lets you take those weapons instead of your specialist weapons. And remove aim assists by RabidRabbit is the last mod that I'm using right now. And it tells us something I didn't know. In all but legend difficulty, the game will modify to hit chances in the player's favor after unlucky streaks or serious squad losses. That is, you miss too many in a row, you get hit too many times in a row, it starts to add an aim buff of about 15 points to you, or probably an aim malus of 15 points to the enemy. And apparently it can ramp up until it's guaranteed hits or misses, claims the mod author. So we're going to go ahead and play with that removed on Commander difficulty Iron Man. Because I'm not sure how powerful these mods are. We are going to start with the tutorial enabled, and I'm going to go ahead and let all the cutscenes play, though I am not going to read all the text.
Excitement continues to build as city centers across the globe prepare for the 20th anniversary of Unification Day.
Thousands line up at the site of the Great Accord, celebrating the formation of the Advent Coalition.
Keeping with their promise to humanity, 12 new gene therapy clinics will be opening in select cities by the end of the new year.
Despite the attempted attack by fringe elements, operations at the new facility in Paris thankfully remain unaffected.
In response to the unprovoked intrusion on the eve of our most beloved celebration, the speaker reaches out to us.
Oh, the speaker.
A small number of dissidents again repeat the mistakes of the old world.
Striking as we celebrate the benevolent savior who time and again offers only friendship and compassion.
Yet these trivial actions could never break the bond between humanity and the Elder.
That creepy guy. Can't wait to assassinate him.
Peacekeeping forces have already made several preemptive arrests of known collaborators. Advent again assures all citizens that today's celebrations will continue as planned.
Perfect.
I love the Advent armor, I really do. It's like Judge Dredd meets Legos.
The Advent administration reminds you to report all suspicious activity to your nearest peacekeeper. Only together can we build a better tomorrow.
Approaching position. You were right. They've definitely got their hands full today.
Stay focused. Prep gatecrasher.
60 seconds.
Oh, I meant to have subtitles turned on. The game keeps resetting all my settings every time I leave or restart a campaign. It's really kind of annoying. I need a mod to fix that. I think it's Steam doing it somehow. But this intro is down on the ground, avoiding the explosion.
Loud and clear.
Good man. Smart, smart.
Okay, Gatecrasher. Your turn.
That particular scene of like the weapon cocking and like the armor putting on is, I think that's just classic XCOM. I do love the rope. Dig this chick's armor.
To the blast point. We need to move on the package before they figure out what we're up to.
So this is instead of the Gatecrasher mission you get without the tutorial. The tutorial does give you a good bit of story information. It also gives you... Let me turn on subtitles. Did I miss it here? Am I missing something? Okay, let's see. Okay, subtitles is actually on. It just wasn't showing them. So yeah, the tutorial, because this is a full Let's Play, and the tutorial contains some important storyline cutscenes, quite a bit actually. It does ease you into the game by giving you a small bit of experience and a couple easy missions. I do suggest playing with the tutorial unless you're playing a Legend, in which you can't, and they throw you into difficult missions right off the bat. Also, Legend difficulty is really hard.
We're gonna have to go through them. Stay out of sight until we're ready.
Pretty much have to play flawlessly, unless you're using mods that make the game easier, which I think is actually how Legend is intended to be played.
Absolutely set. We'll only get one shot at this.
In the shadows.
In the shadows. Dark Templar, Ataro Adun.
Staying low.
One of the things I learned about the game's graphics is that if you disable the anti-aliasing, I guess I never said that out loud. Apparently that is a major GPU hog, and if you're having frame rate issues, disabling it can let you maybe bump up the graphics a bit.
But we've got surprise on our side. Hopefully that's enough.
Unfortunately, the new graphics card that I have picked up off Craigslist, admittedly, so I wasn't expecting too much. May need does not seem to work, so I'm stuck on medium. The anti-aliasing turned off.
I've got the drop on him. Permission to engage.
He's got the drop. It would be awesome if this somehow, if the tutorial, the remove aim assists caused the tutorial to play out differently. Ooh, face to the glass. Stop. Continue.
First and celebrate later. No problem.
Alright. When opening doors, breaking glass, or being flanked, the whole squad is revealed.
Dangerously close right now. Be careful.
So close. Being close brings aim bonuses for you and the enemy. So quite dangerous, especially since there's way more enemy than there's you. Also note cover destruction really bad, and the mag rifle is quite good at destroying cover. Great when you have your kind of version of the mag rifles. But being flanked, of course, removes all the protection from cover, which is defense and critical reduction. Which can leave you very, very dead. So in this case, we're going to flank him. Their chance to hit goes up from 63 or so to 82. 17% of that is range, aim. He would be getting 20 points from that cover as well, and that's all negated. And then a 40% crit chance increase from flanking. Obviously this one's all scripted.
She's calling reinforcements. Stop that. Transmission.
XCOM's pretty brutal. If you think about this not as a game,
What have you been doing down there?
taking in the sights.
What the hell are these things?
They're us. At least there used to be. Human hybrid soldiers. Advent's reward for obedience and service.
We've all heard rumors. I just never believed it was true.
No one wanted to. But we find what we're looking for today. I promise you that's gonna change. Let's move.
Hey, friendly.
Looks like that transmission went through. You have an Advent transport closing on your position.
So each of these episodes is going to be generally one mission long. In this case, we're going to do both of the tutorial missions. So we're not going to count this first one, and it'll be a little extra long.
Fire on anything that moves. The main entrance is clear. You need to move on the package.
I suggest setting a hotkey to Overwatch. I have 2 extra buttons on my mouse, and I use their thumb keys. So one's closer to the front of the mouse and one's closer to the back. I use the forward thumb key for Overwatch and the backwards one for the lower one for reload. Not lower, the rear button, I suppose.
Better move fast, though. I've heard rumors Advent rigs their stuff to self-destruct.
Okay. The tutorial always gives you a scope here, a nice little 5 aim bonus. Once you have... Oh, so let me show you free camera rotation. Here we go. So it easing around instead of hopping. Overwatch, super important in this game. One of the few ways you can carry over actions from one turn into the alien's turn, letting you double up your actions in quality ambushes. Oh, ragdoll.
Well done. Fall back to our position.
I can't wait for a ragdoll mod where they simply like, where it looks extra realistic. Oh, so good. Peter Osei. Ruh-roh. Peter, no.
What the? I'm going for the door.
There is a mod, one of the mods I briefly considered, lets you hack things as a free action. That is, it takes no points.
They were never expecting anyone to get this close.
If, so here we have the hack option. If you do it manually, that is, not remotely with a gremlin, then your hack is a free action. Let's go with soldier gains immunity for the next 2 attacks because a 6% chance. Concealment isn't going to cut it for our character here. Or actually it would, because the Advent aren't too close. Still, we were never going to get either of them.
Good.
I have gotten a miracle hack. I had a 3% chance and a 2% chance, and I opted for the 2% chance
Moving to secure the
and actually got it.
Let's hope our intel was good.
This is the place.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Looks like there's an access panel attached. If you got me a better look, I might be able to...
Next time. Let's get out of here.
So if you're in doubt about who that is actually you, the commander. And yes, you are probably pruny as hell.
Firebrand is holding nearby for evac, but it's now or never, Central.
Understood. We're on the move.
Yeah, I agree, Friendly. The intro really does kind of get you ready to go. I'm actually really sad that the tutorial isn't available on Legend, or at least the cutscenes or something like. I don't know. I love a mod that just adds in the cutscene, just adds in the storyline elements of the tutorial. Okay, we're extracting out the back. Grenades. Am I missing? Grenades can of course be used to destroy walls and roofs. Probably the single most devastating attacks I've encountered have dropped me through roofs and killed my whole squad. So you want to be extra cautious. Now, why they added in they added in Central getting shot, but then they did not take that into account in the cutscenes. I feel like that should pretty much just be removed. But if you want to see the mod list that I'm playing with, it is available in the description of this video. Captain, no. Yeah, see that hit right there? I feel like unnecessarily dramatic, considering that when you see him next, you're lying on a table and he's not. But he is a boss, so maybe just shrugged it off. All right, learn to call your evac zone. It's available up here. Call Sky Ranger.
Keep moving. You don't need to tell me twice.
So even if you don't have any actions left, as long as you have one soldier who does have an action left, that is, your turn has not ended, you can evac your dudes. Like Jane Kelly, she could have dashed in here. We could have evac'd her. And then we could have evac'd Central. So as long as you have an action left, your turn has not ended, anyone can evac if they're in the zone. So it is viable. And then this, so this is one of the Codex enemies I've never actually gotten to. So judging from the fact that they were basically draining tactical awesome out of your brain, I believe those codexes, since they're very digital in nature, are the more pure essence of that tactical drainage. Alright, Jane Kelly. See, here's Central, not shot to hell. Oh wait, that wasn't him.
Decades of atrophy to contend with.
Wish we had more time.
I don't disagree. But as it stands now, we risk losing the patient if we don't begin the removal procedure immediately.
I am anything but patient.
We're ready.
Good. Let's get on with it.
Let's see. Central is like, I didn't get shot for most of my health.
Remarkable.
Or he's addicted to drugs. Flashback to 20 years ago. So you're telling me he's been in stasis for 20 years?
No idea what was coming.
Response from the cerebral cortex.
It's interesting that they show the temple ship there.
Cranial intrusion.
Perhaps that's just supposed to be a battleship. Ah, my cranial.
I've managed to identify the
Thin Man.
connection. Preparing to make final incision.
I'm pretty sure everything they're pulling out is from the back of your skull, so it's kind of creepy that in the cutscene it appears to be from the front.
We are risking severe.
No plan B here, people. Do it.
We must have serious scars. Yeah, all the other implants are pulled out of the back of the skull. That's why quite a few characters have, like, or that's why Taigen has a big X on the back. Oh look, there's an ethereal. I didn't notice it. I thought it was a podium.
No signal.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, I miss you too, jerk.
Pupillary response normal. Vital stabilizing. Procedure complete.
Told him it would take more than that to keep you down. Welcome back, Commander.
Blink. Blink, blink. Oh, I have eyelashes.
Glad to see you're finally coming out of it. Don't envy the headache you must have, though. Still, can't fault Dr. Taigen. Especially as no one's even attempted something like this.
There's my cushy
before.
quarters.
Easy. We're still not entirely sure what they did to you. That chip was buried halfway into your skull.
Yeah, it was definitely from the back, despite them
Lost a
inserting
lot
the
of good
instruments
soldiers
through
looking
my
for you
eyeballs.
over the years. Almost gave up hope you were still out there. Acted on the intel as soon as I got word. Not sure what you remember, but a lot's changed. Did the best I could, but the last 20 years have been tough without you. You feel like catching up? Shen has the archive up and running on your terminal.
The archive's cool.
I'd go see Dr. Taigen.
We would check it out, but I've already read it all once or
You're better at
twice,
explaining them than me.
and I'm itching to try these mods
It's
out.
damn good to have you back, Commander.
It's a pleasure to be here, Central Officer John Bradford. Commander's quarters, very nice.
Impressive, isn't it? Capable of generating immense power, yet completely harmless to human life. If only the same could be said for the rest of the aliens' technology, Commander. Dr. Richard Taigen, Chief Science Officer. I am responsible for the entirety of our research here, as well as the procedure you so recently underwent. Welcome to my lab, such as it is. I'm not sure what Central may have told you, but we found something while removing you from the alien stasis suit. A device implanted directly in your occipital lobe. Had I access to the equipment available to me during my tenure at Advent, I would already know the precise nature of its function. However, given time and your approval, of course, Commander, I assure you, I will find out. Which brings to light an additional point. Though aspects of this facility are indeed impressive, I am but one man. Were you to direct additional support personnel and resources to me, I could substantially improve the speed of all our research. Farewell, Commander.
It's like that Flight of the Conchords, A Kiss Is Not a Contract song. Just one man, Mender, Commander. Alright, alien biotech. In the tutorial, you are forced into this research.
I'll contact you when I have a full report available.
But it's generally a good choice
The research
anyway.
will keep Taigen busy for a while. In the meantime, you might want to head down to the armory.
In my
Commander,
best
to
legend
the
playthrough, I started with that
Jane
tech
Kelly
anyway.
was instrumental in the op to get you back. She earned enough experience for a promotion. We should take care of that now.
Alright, Jane Kelly.
The Ranger serves as our primary reconnaissance unit, capable of moving independently in concealment while engaging enemies at close range.
Ranger's quite solid. Swords can do a wide variety of damage. I've seen from 4 to 8 on a standard hit, without even
We're off to a
critting.
good start. Our troops will only get stronger as they gain experience.
They're versatile, but a little risky.
Commander, to the bridge.
I heard you, Shen.
Or they can encourage
When we
you
get the thing, you'll be the
to
first
play
know.
unsafely.
Unauthorized presence detected.
Commander, give me a second. Execute Echelon Protocol.
Attention. Senior command exchange confirmed.
I had wanted that to be a little more ceremonious, but we've got something. A local resistance cell just located this hybrid magnetic power converter that Shen's been pushing us to find. They tracked the device to a nearby Advent convoy and are attempting to take it down. If we can bring this converter back in one piece, we might actually get this place up and running and give the aliens a real war for a change. The squad is prepped and ready to launch on your order, Commander. Just give the word.
Alright guys, squad of 4, we're going to bring our experienced soldier. We're going to bring these guys. I hate to say, I assume they have the same name but different. We will jokingly call them brothers. I believe they have different surnames there, but I actually don't know enough about Korean naming conventions. We had an Ignatiev who was a total boss earlier. I don't think it was Andre, but that's fine. And as for additional equipment, we don't have anything but the frag grenades to bring. Note the sword, 3 to 5 damage, critical chance 10%. So a little less damaging than the shotgun, and less accurate at point blank range, but the ability to dash and use it makes it really more flexible. And of course upgrades to the sword, our boss. And once you're, I believe it has a 20% accuracy increase over your aim. So once your aim reaches 80, possibly with use of a personal combat stim, although mobility would be a good idea on the Rangers, then that sword attack becomes pretty much, well, it would be guaranteed to hit against enemies that don't have innate defense, like mutons probably do. Since all we have a ranger here, our primary tactic is going to be to try and wrap up pods with our ranger at close quarters while not revealing other pods if we must. What we really want to do is use height, since we're primarily made up of rookies and we have no utility type abilities. So let's see if they adjusted this timer. So the converter overload timer was not adjusted, which I think is probably a good idea. There's definitely some missions where if you adjust it, it could be really, really brutal. Any of the plot missions, I would not adjust concealment on, lest you piss off a ton of players.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Okay, rookies first. Let's zoom out. Here's that rotation. Looks like it's probably like 2 or 3 degrees each.
Good copy. Moving on target.
Okay, we do want to know what's on either side of us, but this high ground here is what we need our rookies to be in. And since there is a timer, can't afford to take too much time. Once you've staked out the left and right, moving people up the center is much safer. These 2 rookies are definitely going for this high ground though. There doesn't appear to be too much cover up there for more people. But position is the only real advantage rookies have. I'll just keep repeating that. Oh, they're catching on fire. Okay. Fire is dangerous. Catching on fire could be the end for your soldier, especially this early in the game.
Okay.
While you're in concealment, you can play a little loosey-goosey. We just want to find a pod to ambush. Can't see my cursor.
Will do.
Yeah, you can push tab to, oh, interesting, to cycle from one soldier to the next. Okay, well, we do need people up high. The other positioning boon
Heading to that location.
that
The Advent officers seem more capable than the grunts. We're not sure whether to chalk it up to training or stricter mind control. Commander, we have a chance to do some serious damage here. Before jumping into combat, let's make sure we make the most of our advantage.
this is a true statement. This is actually, these guys are pretty far from where I really want to be ambushing people, but the officers are really quite deadly. So the other positioning bonus that rookies have is generally you want to give them a grenade.
Headed out.
Because grenades can't miss, do guaranteed damage, and are AoE, as well as cover destructive, which is by far the most powerful ability a rookie can ever have. Okay, we're going to There's another pile of Advent. Timer's ticking. You really do simply need to get a move on. Oh, I should have moved that one here. That might cost me Overwatch.
Moving.
I'm just going to shift this way then.
Affirmative. Covering Overwatch.
We're not going to move forward, so Overwatch is a beautiful thing to behold. The grenade does have a chance to outright kill that 4 health Advent Trooper, but it does 3 damage far more often than it does 4. Also, we wanted to destroy this log so that they weren't actually behind cover against our Overwatch.
These guys make up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with.
Excellent.
Their obedience makes them predictable.
Okay, so this guy did not move.
Kill confirmed.
We may catch him with Overwatch if he tries to close in on us. Not sure what he's going to do. He runs for it, which is fine for us.
Rangers are uniquely equipped for close quarters combat.
So we can slash him if we feel like it.
It can prove highly effective.
You just want to position your mouse at the outside of their little square. But that's kind of dangerous, I'm afraid. What we're going to do. If we do that, the chance of triggering another pod is just way too high to make this feasible.
Move into position.
Note that any pod that we see now will immediately become active.
Got it covered.
So we really don't want to advance too much, especially with another enemy on the map who could cause us serious harm. We're going to leave her in Overwatch in the probably vain hope that the enemy will walk into us.
Moving on target location. Scanning.
And we're actually going to hunker her so that she's a terrible target.
About to get burned to a crisp.
Alright, that soldier makes good life choices, which of course is bad for us. You always want heavy cover if you can get it. This guy has a grenade.
On my way.
Which means we want him forward. This other rookie, also with a grenade.
Moving to designated coordinates. Overwatch. Come get some.
If we move up here, this should block our vision pretty well.
On Overwatch.
Which is just good news for bunching up. Now we do have to hit this timer. Got 4 turns.
Okay, you should be able to check into
Did we trigger that pod as well?
protocols and stabilize it. Shen is uploading the
I
fix
thought that
right
the low
now.
cover here would prevent her from seeing these guys, but looks like we did activate them. We're in okay cover, and we have some Overwatch, but that officer is going to be... It's going to be an issue. We didn't want to give them any turns at all if we could help it, so we may suffer some damage. That guy's still running, maybe?
It's still moving.
As you can see, accuracy is not Rookie's forte. Okay, he spent his turn marking us. That means we're going to be extra cautious with Jane Kelly because it makes her much easier to target for the other Advent troops.
Commander, we're running out of time here. If we don't stabilize the converter soon, I don't think anybody's going home today.
Okay, Overwatch. Hate to say it, but someone is running Overwatch this day. It's certainly not Jane Kelly because that marked would make her a perfect target. Remember, there is another trooper up there as well. Okay, we're gonna move up, trigger this Overwatch most likely, and pray it doesn't kill us instantly. Early in the game, there's not so much you can do. If we damaged him in a straight, we just can't afford a straight up firefight with this time limit. No.
Throw a grenade.
I'm gonna bounce it off his head.
Moving to designated position.
As long as we keep Jane Kelly in high cover, it's gonna be about equivalent to low cover, I suspect.
Grenade.
It may take 3 of our attacks to kill this officer, which is unfortunate, but now it's left without cover, which is more fortunate. You may be tempted to take this high cover. That will not give you a chance to attack. Remember, the sword does 3 to 5 damage. Okay, Jane Kelly is going to take this 80% chance shot from relative safety. So it took most of my squad to take down that guy.
Target disabled.
But it's definitely worth it as they are really dangerous. Get a decent flank shot here. We have 3 turns. We're gonna cruise in. You want to use it all, guys. That was perfect.
Target neutralized.
And we are certainly using it all. Okay, the mark is gone, probably from killing that guy. Remember, there is one more enemy on the map somewhere. But since there's only 2 pods, no point in saving your grenades. This guy is farthest forward and a rookie. Okay, note there's only 1 square that will do.
Moving to Overwatch.
We have to disable it next turn, which means we have to be within range. Which means Ji-Hoon Jang is taking this extra sketchy position. We want to protect him with Overwatch. It looks to me like the one Advent who ran away from our first ambush, we triggered this pod, and he went to join a pod that was not triggered. And so he actually ended up, the AI forced him to kind of skip, which is interesting and beneficial to us because we didn't have to fight him. I don't know if we just saw something.
Affirmative, covering now.
Okay, we are covering this guy with Overwatch.
Converter is near collapse. It's about to blow.
Okay, so that square will also do. But you can't do it from on the ground here, which would have been, you know, optimal. Let's get our hack on. Cover lead. Let's go with reduce contact cost for a nearby region. It's twice as likely to happen, and I don't know that there are alien facilities that we know of just yet. But at least we disarmed the detonator. That did take up his last action, which leaves him horrifically exposed.
Well, mostly normal. Firebrand is en route, but I wouldn't take any chances. Eliminate all remaining hostiles in the area before evac.
Okay, so we heard enemies out there. Now is the time to be really aggressive. To position aggressively before those contacts hit us.
Moving out. I'm on it. Overwatch. Hey, you hear anything?
If they're going to come in from here, we want our ranger. We want flanking. I think we're out of explosives. And yeah, there's our little Advent buddy who got away the first time.
Resemblance to the sectoids first encountered during the invasion. Their genetic structure now includes human DNA.
But we need these Overwatch shots to gain some sort of advantage, hopefully. Good. And we're gonna need our ranger. I was hoping for more of a flank than this. Alright, looks like almost everyone's got a promotion these days. Okay, unfortunately this is a stand-up fight, the worst kind of fight for XCOM. 49% chance. Rookies are pretty much a coin flip all the time, so
enemy is still up.
What are you gonna do?
Heading there now.
XCOM.
Not even close. I'm running low on ammo. On the move.
How many rookies does it take to screw an Advent? More than 3.
Shot failed to connect. Running dry on ammo.
Moving to designated coordinates.
She still has a grenade.
I'm on it.
We need all the attacks we can get. I don't know that anyone's going to wander into our Overwatch down here, but it would be great. Sectoid can do horrible things to us. Disoriented is one of the least horrible, although it does make his ability to do anything relatively poor. Okay, we're gonna have to get away from this truck. It is about to explode.
I'm doing something.
On my way.
Okay, low cover's not the best, but it does give us a shot. I know I said rookies were bad, but yes, that is what we needed. A little bit of love there.
Taken care of. Running dry.
If we were going to win a coin flip, that would be the one. Okay, this guy, well ensconced. No explosives on my side. I think disoriented reduces my mobility. It does seem to. And like I said, we need to get out, so.
Got it covered.
He's just gonna take a bye on this turn. If you're just going to take a shot and not move, go ahead and reload first. But moving has its benefits as, okay, that's the heavy cover that's my problem. I think only the front of the truck is going to explode. Yeah, this is just a trailer on the back.
Back online.
Our chance of hitting him is pretty slim. We're going to go into Overwatch where it'll be better.
It's killing time.
Too much Overwatch and he won't risk it. We're just going to go ahead and take this shot. We're all in heavy cover. A 1 in 4 chance. Oh, that was excellent. There's almost no way we're going to pick up that loot. Kind of just need to kill these guys.
Enemy is still up.
Okay, Overwatch.
Think of bleeding.
Can't get away without getting hurt, I suppose.
Okay then.
Okay, the Overwatch is really going to stop us from closing in on this dude. We can flank this one with 2 rookies. Still disoriented. So we simply have to end this guy before we can move. And the grenade is the easiest way to guarantee it. You don't lose any loot. for using grenades. So here we have nice heavy cover. Close range, really good chance to hit.
Enemies down.
And that should be the mission.
Status confirmed.
Of course, your loot is automatically collected if you finish the mission before the timer runs out. Exactly. That was totally my boomstick. Pretty good. 1 wounded rookie. Hopefully everyone. Operation Witch God. Pretty sure everyone earned promotions except for maybe Jane. And we recover the power converter for whatever clever usage Miss Lily Shin has for it. Whatever could it be? We're approaching the 1 hour mark in this series. If a mission is going to take a lot more than 1 hour, or a video is going to go on for a lot more than 1 hour, I may cut it into 2 parts. Excellent. So even Kelly got an upgrade. Slash, I heavily prefer Phantom over Blade Master. If you take Phantom, you're probably going to want Running Gun later too. Blade Master is okay, but I think the sword is really risky, especially on low level rangers. If you're gonna have a sword focused ranger, I might actually go for that on a higher difficulty, that is. Lower difficulties, this you have extra slack. I might actually wait until they're high enough level to get Blade Storm, and then respec from Phantom into Blade Master. Phantom gives you much needed concealment, intelligence. Since we're working with true concealment, that seems like a good idea, but I don't actually know.
Serving as our demolitions experts, the Grenadiers provide heavy ordnance delivery.
Our wounded unit is the Grenadier. That's kind of sad because Grenadiers are really awesome, and I would love to have one on every mission, if not 2. So it's a shame it's our wounded guy. He's out for 21 days. Wounds are serious on the higher difficulties.
Operating some of our most advanced equipment, specialists deploy robotic drones on the battlefield that can be outfitted for
Specialists are pretty awesome.
medic duty.
With the ability to hack remotely as well as protect people and make some extra safe, including its melee attacks, which are a bit more predictable. The specialists give you some much needed defensive control over the tactical situation. Ignatiev, the sniper, or sharpshooter, that is.
These items should prove useful in our ongoing efforts against the aliens.
Alright, Advent Power Converter, that's a quest item. I mean, objective. Ethereum cores are nice, you can turn those into various things at the proving ground. Advanced hair trigger, I found this triggered a lot more than I thought it would. The 10% chance was really nice. I had to trigger 3 times a mission sometimes, which was nuts. Alien data cache, intel is hard to come by, and you can tell your scientists, you can sick your scientists on this item if you want some of those. As Taigen informs us that there is a new research unlocked. You can get multiples of those, I think. It's not just the one.
Why are you all just standing around? It's perfect. Come on, let's get it inside.
Sorry, Lily, they're all rookies. Alright. I'm going to tone down the graphics a little bit. Just because it's just a little because I don't care about graphics. I mean, I care, but I can't stand choppiness.
Okay. Reworked your repulsors with some of the parts I salvaged from their old engine. Should fix that stabilization problem you had. Come on, Rover. It'll work. Commander! Getting our tech to talk to theirs is harder than you'd think.
I would suspect it'd be
Shen,
incredibly
Chief
hard,
Engineer,
actually.
At your service. You were probably expecting to see my father. In all that's happened, I'm guessing Central didn't tell you yet. He's gone. Dad gave everything he had to get us this far. This entire ship is his life's work. I know he would have loved to show you around the place himself. He used to talk about you a lot. You can be sure I'm ready to finish what he started. Might not look it, but from here, I can fabricate pretty much anything you come up with. And with a little more help, well, you'd be amazed with what I can do. It was an honor to finally meet you, Commander.
Those little robots.
I can't promise any miracles, Commander, but I should be able to put some of this stuff together in no time at all. I'd suggest we get started with the med kit. It'll probably come in handy sooner rather than later.
Unfortunately true. Do we have to? We have to.
I'm on it, Commander.
I like the instant build mechanic is nice. It's kind of like when you have a cartoon character reach into a bag and pull out exactly what they need. But it's convenient enough to make the gameplay experience much more fun.
If only I had known. Ah, Commander, excellent timing. There's been some progress.
So the tutorial hands you this research on a platter. If you play without the tutorial, not so much.
My analysis reveals that its primary function was that of a conduit, passing a vast amount of data directly to your cerebral cortex. With the primary connection severed, much of that data is lost. Several fragments do remain, however. Ghosts, if you will. Observe. Tactical combat simulations. War games. The sheer volume of encounters you were processing was astounding. It is truly remarkable that you survived as long as you did. Though this may seem disconcerting,
so that was all XCOM 1 footage, which,
this chip,
you know, if you wanted your own little conspiracy theory, then XCOM 1, the game that you played, was actually you already captured in that stasis suit.
Was that the implants were intended for high-ranking advent officers only.
And that's why you could replay XCOM 1 over and over again. I think that's pretty clever. Clever homage.
A greater understanding of these implants would undoubtedly benefit
Friendly
us
asks,
Commander.
what else do I have planned for mods? Personally, I am going to wait a bit. I'm gonna learn the mod. Learn to mod this game once my initial fervor for playing it dies down a little bit. I'm going to track all the mods in Steam Workshop pretty much daily. I'm going to keep an eye on them. I do want to start doing reports on the mods once a week. And my own mod, I'm kind of going to wait to see. I'm not so good with adjusting the mechanics of the game. So I'm going to see what other people are up to. I'm going to see what other people do. I'm going to learn to use the modding tools. Hopefully I'm going to release how-to videos so that other people can learn to do the simple mods, maybe even the advanced stuff that I can figure out how to do. And I'm going to plan, because my mod, the Art of War mod on nexusmods.com, which builds on the Long War mod's excellent mechanics, took so much planning. So much planning. There's like 3 years of development in it, so it's going to be a while before I feel comfortable enough with XCOM 2's balance to really tweak it to perfection. Alright, the Advanced Warfare Center is now available to us. So is Sectoid Autopsy and Advent Officer Autopsy. And now we can move into Hybrid Materials, Modular Weapons, Advent Officer Autopsy, or alien data cache decryption. The choices are all pretty key here. The data cache takes quite a while, and we're likely to pick up a scientist very soon. Officer Autopsy allows us to start building the proving ground and is quite quick. Modular weapons, in 3 days we can have the ability to equip that scope and that advanced hair trigger, and I think that's the way we want to go, since we have a couple decent mods available for our weapons. Until you research that, you do not have the choice. And since the proving ground, we're going to have to clear an area for it. Note that on Legendary difficulty, you already have one of these areas cleared, but I don't believe you actually get the supplies for clearing it. So that's a trade-off. But we do need an engineer before we can clear any space down there, so having access to the proving grounds isn't going to be a major boon just yet.
We got something here. Despite all of Advent's efforts, there are still people who refuse to believe their lies. And it's time we let them know they're not alone. We've already located a target for our first
Well, we have gone over an hour here.
Given our current location, there's actually no way the Sky Ranger could reach
I am going to set us up for the next mission, so that when I come back to it, I do not have to worry about assigning engineers or whatever strategic considerations. I can just hop right into a mission, and then after that mission, I can do whatever with the rewards. Good old XCOM motto. When I saw this in the trailer, I literally teared up. It was so beautiful. Such a good idea. Let's see where our starting location is. Not America this time, guys. Yes.
Sector 14, East Asia.
Maybe? Okay. Note that by canon, the Avenger here, our ship, begins in India, is reclaimed in India. Operation Moonchild. Destroy the alien relay. We'll get an engineer for our trouble. Getting an engineer ASAP is incredibly important, whether you start with a tutorial or not, because they let you clear out space, which not only nets you resources when the space is done being cleared, but it gives you room to build buildings. So just utterly important to have quite a few engineers. The first scientist is a huge boost in research as well, but as you can see, the initial researches are fairly short. However, on Legend difficulty, you're going to need 2 or 3 scientists and a laboratory if you want to finish up the more powerful techs in time to survive.
Commander, it looks like Shen prepped a med kit for us. We should equip one of our soldiers.
All right, we can't bring a grenadier. He's going to be out for most of the next month. But that's fine. We're going to bring some rookies. We have access to a med kit. I suggest bringing it on a sharpshooter. Can't back up. Okay, so here's the SMG. 3 extra mobility. It might actually really be worth it on rookies, since it increases point blank fire. I haven't tried it. I am trapped on the screen. All right, guys, good time to finish up. Hopefully there's an autosave for us. I'll be back in the next episode pretty shortly, probably like 7 minutes from now. I'll be back and live. Please go ahead and join me then. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of these videos and know when I'm streaming live, please subscribe. And until then, know that for our XCOM playthrough, it's all downhill from here. Greetings, housemates, and welcome back to XCOM 2. I'm Phwop, and we are going to be starting our actual Iron Man playthrough on Episode 2. Episode 1, you got to see the tutorial missions, which is great, but you can't actually play an Iron Man on if you have the tutorial enabled. Nobody likes VO, so we're going to reduce ours. We're going to go Commander, show subtitles, enable Iron Man. We're going to skip the cutscene because there's a whole episode devoted to that intro.
Aliens and the rest of the Advent administration learn that we can hit them where it hurts. So we're moving into the city center to strike a high-profile target. Deploy and approach the designated position. Neutralize any hostile contacts and secure the site.
Alright guys, you ready for this? So we're using the same mods as we did in the last playthrough. That is all of the Longmore Studio mods, the remove aim assist, which is a nerf for XCOM, making commander difficulty harder, as well as the free camera rotation mod that lets us spin like this instead of on these jumps. Although I think it doesn't, I'm not sure. It might make the jumps, it also makes these jumps shorter, so Q and E actually doesn't go quite as far. And lastly, what are the other mods? Oh yes, snipers and grenadiers can use, this is good positioning, I think. Snipers and grenadiers can use assault rifles. Okay, this is pretty darn good positioning. We can move down into the building. This building actually has a nice second floor here, and a ground floor. The second floor comes with some okay cover, which I would be happy to use. Now, this kind of positioning is perfect, except for that part where you fall through the floor and die. Let's begin with the safest possible move.
Heading there now.
He says.
These guys make up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt
Okay,
with.
perfect.
They're disciplined and well equipped, but their obedience makes them predictable.
Perfect ambush time.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
This is an interesting spot. Sadly, all of this low cover means that we're easy to hit. That's one of the big disadvantages to height. The two major disadvantages to being high up and getting that 20 aim is that, I guess there's three. Generally, you have to have low cover for it. So finding heavy cover on a rooftop is exceptionally good. The second disadvantage is that you have a huge range of vision often, which makes it really easy to trigger pods you do not want to trigger, and lets lots of enemies fire back at you if they feel like it without having to move. And lastly, you can fall through the floor and suffer damage. Now, we can't move to this position. This is kind of flanking certain death. We could move here, and because this soldier can move to this position,
Headed there now.
we do really want to engage these Advent. Starting off with a grenade would be awesome, or wrapping up with a grenade. We could set her up to flank from here, but you know, this is a pretty solid position and comes with height advantage as well.
Moving to
Let's go ahead and go here. We are just going to ambush them right now before they can wander. Whoa, okay. Before they can wander away.
On Overwatch.
Got it covered.
Eyes on the prize.
one in the back. 86% chance. This is as good as the rookie shots get. Ooh. The all too rare 4 damage. Even though it says your weapon can do 3 to 5, it is really, really, really likely to do 3 damage. Much more likely. And then if you crit, you can do up to 7. Okay, the fact this guy looks like he's gonna eat all of our Overwatch. We do have one person on Overwatch left. We're gonna want to get that goodie, of course. This guy tries to run and takes a beating for it. He will be running towards the nearest enemy pod.
Roger that.
We kind of don't want to trigger them. Kind of really. But I would love to kill this guy if possible.
Affirmative, covering now.
These two, in their pleasant corner positions, are going to reload Overwatch. Note there are these plates here that gives her low cover, even though it looks kind of from here like there's just railing.
Orders confirmed.
We're going to move this guy down here so that we can hop out. Note that since we can yellow move here next turn, it's safe that we could pop out and pop back. Ooh, I should have brought SMGs. I totally forgot. Oh no, I didn't have a choice to equip. Okay, looks like that guy got away scot-free.
Understood.
We're gonna get the loot.
Menace 1-5, you're near the target position.
Another scope. 5 aim is really good this early in the game. Okay, there's no time limit on this mission, so do not hesitate to take as long as you need. Let's see. Okay, we're probably gonna need 2 grenades
Position confirmed.
on the ground.
Come get some.
Can she see something I can't?
Come get some.
We have to rely heavily on Overwatch because we are rookies. We're also incredibly slow. I guess this bike is really in our way.
Okay. Come get some.
The enemies are also really aggressive. Okay, we're just gonna
Got it covered. Got it covered.
adjust for one turn.
There's something out there.
If someone wanders into us, that would be great.
On Overwatch. Affirmative. Covering now.
Okay, we're gonna put them on Overwatch. They might catch enemies this turn or next.
Heading there now.
Rolling.
These two are gonna move slowly forward under Overwatch.
I'm on it.
Overwatch. Shh. I think I heard something.
We desperately need to ambush like this. Because rookies are terrible at fighting enemies in cover.
Not good.
The enemies are also so aggressive that it's really not hard to pull them back towards your position. But generally you have a timer working against you, which means you can't hold a position safely. Now, obviously we didn't get to ambush them here. Or we did. Okay, they've got an officer, something we want to be very, very aware of because they are very, very dangerous.
Headed there now.
Closing on target position now.
Good job, rookies.
Running dry.
I'm on it.
Coin flips are not my preferred method of tactical strategy. So we're really hoping they are going to get some shots at us. And yeah, they are pretty damn accurate. But hopefully our Overwatch catches some of them. I think we made a mistake by staying out here and not dashing back to our friends, as we're fighting with only 2 people right now. And they seem to be getting away with murder. Hopefully, literally, not murder. This guy in the back, is he going to dash super far forward, or is he just going to take it easy? Damn, I can't believe he has a shot.
I think I need some help.
Okay, and that is the problem.
Get me out of here,
Ooh, that's even worse. That is a horrible idea. Do have a flank, but we whiff it. Your accuracy is probably nerfed when panicking.
Scanning.
I'm on the move.
Okay, 45% chance to hit. Oh, XCOM.
Negative. Weapons dry.
Oh, come on, Overwatch. Where are you? There goes our Overwatch. He got to attack us because he moved into exactly the correct range. We are just getting slaughtered here. I don't see how the other guy did not trigger our Overwatch. Oh, and it misses too.
Get it together.
All of our careful planning. Worthless. So we are totally screwed.
Commander, we're taking heavy losses. We may have to adjust our approach.
Yeah, sure. Okay, we are still marked because that commander is still alive. We are going to need something to hit. We should have pulled further back, that's for sure, but we also got incredibly unlucky. Choices are really limited. This guy with 4 health is almost certainly going to destroy us here. But at least we can take some of them out and maybe catch him on fire. That would be awesome. We'll play out this combat, but we're gonna have to restart. I do think XCOM should, I think it should start you off with 4 squaddies. Okay, this guy is actually gonna die of burning, but obviously XCOM simply loses this one. The captain is significantly more powerful than our rookies, despite that guy being on fire.
Yeah, I didn't get it. Could use some ammo over here.
Which does kill him, but not in time to save us. And of course, this officer's mark. Everything about him is brutal. And there you go, guys.
Avenger, all XCOM operatives are dead or MIA. I'm returning to base.
Alright, so this is Iron Man. So that's how the cookie crumbles. We are going to... We'll just restart the mission. I think it'll give us the same map, which is a little gamey. But it doesn't take nearly so long.
Menace 1-5. We have a fix
Or does
on
it?
the target.
Hopefully it'll give us a
Move to
new
place the
map.
X4 charges at the designated position.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and go with this. It is an excellent map because of this building. We could reload and get a worse one.
These guys make up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with. They're disciplined and well equipped, but their obedience makes them predictable.
Let's just get a move on. I do hate I wouldn't call it save scumming exactly, but let's instead hop down here.
Target position now.
That's just how Iron Man crumbles sometimes.
Scanning. Scanning.
Affirmative. Covering now.
I do think the furthest away one should be your preferred target. Is this the same number? Is this the same seed generator? Because we did 4 damage last time. I really don't like retrying stuff until you start over. No, okay, this is different. Okay.
Hostile neutralized. Well, look at
Neutralized.
All right. Pleasantly, that worked out well.
Heading there now.
We're gonna hop down because we want that loot. As long as he can move into there, we're satisfied.
Covering now.
The more Overwatch we have, the better.
Closing on target position now.
Moving to Overwatch.
Scanning.
Heading to that location.
Menace 1-5. You're near the target position.
We do get a scope again.
Got some goods here. Got it covered.
Come get some. I'm on it.
Come get some.
All right, extra caution.
What was that?
Okay, this is going better and a bit differently than before. Note that the enemy positions are the same, so if you tend to restart a lot, I guess that's something to know.
Seem more capable than the grunts. We're not sure whether to chalk it up to training or stricter mind control.
Okay, so they shouldn't know about the people up here. We do want to... You want to be really cautious about having the floor shut out from under you, and being higher up doesn't actually give you a better advantage unless the enemy also has some height on their side.
I'm on it.
Remember to reload because it only takes your first action.
Covering now.
And let's get closer for a better chance of getting our Overwatch off, especially because she doesn't need to reload. He's going to step back here. And we're going to hunker him. We should encourage them to do stupid stuff and or miss. This guy's not in good cover, so I assume he's going to move. Oh. But once again, low cover is not the best, and that is right inside our range, which sucks. Okay, one person at a time. We can certainly destroy that cover, if not damage the trooper from here. Oh.
Get ready for a surprise.
That's fine. Oh, come now. These two can see the trooper, can't they?
Ready to rock. Got it covered.
Okay, should have checked who can see the trooper. We're just gonna pull her back.
Moving to Overwatch.
So none of our soldiers on the roof. Okay, we do have to hazard the attacks of this officer again. Maybe this trooper. This trooper doesn't really know what kind of a shitstorm he's going to be walking into. But it's definitely a shitstorm.
Negative damage. No longer a threat.
We have a couple of flank shots on the officer, but it's pretty hard to say they're worth it. If you're not already in heavy cover, or you don't already have height advantage.
Scanning.
Scanning. Ready to rock. Overwatch.
We really don't want him to run off and rejoin and join his other pals.
Position confirmed.
So we're going to flank him. This should encourage him to move, hopefully towards us. 65% chance. Not my favorite. Ooh, but we get some really good damage.
Weapons burning ammo fast.
And we luck out because he's as likely to hit as not when you're in low cover. But he's easily flanked again. And enough 65% chances will put him down.
I got nothing.
I don't think that's actually flanking. But heavy cover is better than no cover.
Good copy, moving on target.
Okay, this last pod, we're not going to be able to engage near the building, I'm pretty sure. Excellent.
Nailed him.
Area is secure.
We're not picking up any inbound contacts. Scanners are clear. Menace 1-5, we have a limited window to act before Advent responds.
Alright, neutralize all enemy targets. Apparently we've done that. That's how you know that there are no more enemies on the map. I'm used to Legend difficulty for this, where there's a whole nother pod, in addition to the two we've seen, of sectoids. Or a sectoid and a trooper or two. But when you see this objective is clear, you know you are absolutely safe. There may be drop-ins.
Unit done.
I'm on it. Affirmative. Covering now.
Menace 1-5, we have a limited window to act before Advent responds. We need to get those charges planted on the double. Menace 1-5, rendezvous at the extraction point. Status confirmed. Squad is clear. Detonating charge.
Alright guys, so we're going to wrap up the strategic side after this mission. And then I'm going to do another mission immediately after this. There will be like a 5-minute break to let the stream die down. So we got murdered last time and flawless this time. On the harder difficulties, the RNG is your enemy and you have to know exactly what to do, especially with only rookies at your disposal. I think one of the very first things someone should do is give you 4 squaddies if you skip the tutorial. And if you go through the tutorial, sure, maybe that how that works is fine, but yeah, squaddies. In general, well, I found that my play is either
Advent apart one mission at a time, Commander.
flawless or total shit show.
Just like it sounds,
that's how my plays, that's how my missions tend to turn out.
Pinpoint accuracy from extreme range.
Because in XCOM 2, when things go to hell, oh man, do they go to hell. Alright, our sharpshooter. Nice. With squad sight, they can fire at other people's targets, or targets other people are sighting on. It doesn't make them as safe as they used to be, especially because they have to be, often the timer forces you to keep them much closer to the squad than you had to in XCOM EU. Slash, like I said in episode 1, a little risky, but very versatile.
Serving as our demolitions experts, the Grenadiers provide heavy ordnance delivery whenever and wherever we need it.
Grenadiers are awesome. With that extra grenade, super useful early on in the game, and the extra radius on the grenades, so good.
Specialists deploy robotic drones on the battlefield.
XCOM's obsession with Phwop is, I don't know, man. Aid protocol lets you apply defense wherever, plus they can hack at a distance. Really important on some missions and worth considering before you figure out who to send. Tygan, we've seen you. Alright, we are going to begin with alien biotech as well.
I do find that area of research to be among the more intriguing.
Interesting. So on Legend difficulty, where you can't start the tutorial, I believe you do start with one of the alien debris cleared so you can immediately build a building. Oh, it's over here now. Interesting, it's the center one in Legend. That may be so you can build a workshop, which I found to be really useful in my playthrough.
Of the Advent Therapy Clinic. A few minutes under the knife and you've got a clean bill of health. Too bad you need a chip to get in.
I think a laboratory is really important. Guerrilla Tactics School, also incredibly good. How do we want to do this? We have 175 supply. By the time this is done, and we have 6 power. I think we're going to have to do is go Guerrilla Tactics School. Here's how I plan to do it. Guerrilla Tactics School, because the bonuses from this are cheap and fantastic. You can't wait on that squad size. It's so important. And you can qualify for it in the first 20 days, I believe. We want the Advanced Warfare Center here because I plan to build a workshop in this more central area. Matter of fact, both of these, I would like to build a workshop if possible. Because the workshop lets you basically multiply the number of engineers you have. You assign one engineer here, and you get 2 gremlins to help you clear stuff out. And also to staff things. Since the gremlins can staff as if they are engineers, the Guerrilla Tactics School doesn't require engineers for anything. There's no place for the engineer, so we would optimally place it somewhere where the workshop can't access it for maximum versatility. That's only going to be our corner slots if we build 2 workshops. And the Advanced Warfare Center does need an engineer, and it reduces your wound times, which is incredibly important, at least at the higher difficulties. So I think we should go. And then the laboratory, of course, requires only scientists, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to go Guerrilla Tactics, Advanced Warfare, Lab, Workshop, and then probably a power relay here. And the gremlins can help dig our way down and over. It'll be good. So, no time like the present. The Guerrilla Tactics School is cheap and pretty fast.
Guerrilla Tactics School construction initiated.
So let's get a move on. Here in engineering, there's not actually anything you need. I don't suggest bringing any of these. Medikit can wait till you have aid protocol. Everyone's just going to die anyway. And we'll take a look at our soldiers.
At first I thought maybe it was a stabilizer issue, but now I'm starting to think it's all
start with 9 soldiers.
The core itself may not be entirely stable.
Seems to be standard. And we are mobile. Yes, I'm pretty pleased about our location starting off in New India. Curious what the continent bonuses will be. Alien biotech coming up. We are simply gaining intel. And intel is hard to come by on the map, so totally best to do it. Alright, alien biotech research. We can now build the Advanced Warfare Center, and we can the Advent Officer Autopsy is available to us. The Proving Grounds comes from the Advent Officer Autopsy and is awesome, but unfortunately we don't have space. So let's focus on something we can use, like the scope we picked up.
I'll notify you as soon as the report is available.
And any other weapon mods we pick up, it would be nice to be able to use. So we've got 3 days. I was gonna say, it'd be great if the game gave us a mission. All right, easy mission, Dr. Catherine Mason, engineer, Operation Half Dead Cry. That is where we're going next, guys. And we're gonna take our, we're gonna take 1 rookie. What kind of mission is this? Destroy the alien relay. With the destroy missions, I think bringing snipers is really, really good because you can spot the relay and snipe it without having to get as close to it as you normally would. So if I were to bring a class and suggest a class also, I would suggest the Grenadier, as sometimes to get at the relay you have to blow the walls off one of the buildings, which is not only fun, but awesome. Alright, so that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like. If you want to see more of these videos and know when I'm streaming live, then go ahead and subscribe. And until next time, my friends, farewell.